A sitemap is a great addition to your website. Sitemaps are in use on all kinds of websites, and what they are is a whole bunch of links for your website all on one page, links to every page of your website ideally. This is a great thing for a search engine. They can come to this page, they can spider through all of the content on your website very quickly and easily. And there are some people that just prefer surfing the web using a sitemap. And the reason is they don't have to figure out your navigation. They can simply go through and click on everything that's in the sitemap and visit those pages on your website. So there's nothing wrong with including a sitemap, and Xmap here is a very quick and easy way to add this in Joomla. Xmap's been around for years, and it has a very nice looking sitemap that you can easily install on your website. So to do this, we're going to scroll on down to the bottom of the page here, and we have 3 choices. 2 are for versions of Joomla that are no longer supported. The last one here is for Xmap and version 2.5 or 3. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And I'm going to save this on down to my computer here. And then I'm going to hop here to the back end of the website, and I'm going to install this extension. And I can do that through Extensions, Extension Manager, or I can click on Install Extensions over here on the left side of the screen. Either way, it takes you to the same place. And I'm going to go ahead and browse for my Xmap extension, and I'm going to say Upload and Install. And I get a message that this was installed successfully. Xmap is a component, so I'm going to look for its configuration screens on the Components menu, going down here to Xmap. And here it shows me that I have currently no sitemaps. Well, I can fix that by clicking the New button here. I'll give this a title like Sitemap, and I'm going to set this to Published. Then here under Menus, I can specify which menus of information I'd like to display on the website. I'd like to display the English menu, the footer menu, and the Italian menu. I don't really want to display main menu. Remember, that has one link on it. It goes to the home page with the language of all. And I am going to reorder these so that the footer menu comes after the Italian menu. I have some other options here. I can choose to show some intro text. That would be some text that would appear at the top of the page. You could enter that here on the Sitemap Details page down here in this box. I can show the menu title associated with each one of my menus. So it would say something like English menu followed by the menu and Italian menu followed by the menu. I actually don't want to show my menu title, so I'm going to say no for that. I can specify any kind of CSS class names I might want associated with this particular page and the number of columns that the sitemap might display in. Sometimes you have a really, really long sitemap, and rather than scrolling down forever, it just works better to display it in columns on the page. I have an image right now that will indicate any external links on the website. It's this image_blue.gif. And of course, I could change that if I wanted to. And that's really all I need to do here. So I'm just going to go ahead and say Save and Close. And here is my sitemap right here for the website. Now, the next thing I want to do is configure this area called Extensions. And this area called Extensions shows me a bunch of plugins associated with Xmap, the sitemap. And if I happen to have some of these extensions installed, then when I enable these plugins, what will happen is that Xmap will spider the content of, for example, Sobi Pro or VirtueMart or Mozit's Tree or some of these other things. I have the content plugin, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. I'm also going to turn on the web links plugin because I've used that as well. I don't have Kanina, Mozit's Tree, Sobi Pro, or VirtueMart installed, but those are all possibilities. If I ever do install those, I can integrate the Xmap sitemap with those third-party extensions. Okay, so now that this is all set to go, I now need to show the sitemap on the front end of the website. Since Xmap is a component, I show it on the front end of the website through a menu item. So I'm going to go to my menus, and I'm going to put this on the footer menu, and I'm going to add a new menu item by clicking on the big green button. And I'm going to choose a menu item type. Now that I have installed Xmap, this automatically shows up here as a new menu item type. Click on that, and it gives me an HTML sitemap. That's exactly what I want, so I'll pick that. Then it's going to ask me to pick which sitemap. Hit the Change button here, and I'll pick my sitemap from the list. And I'll give this a menu title of Sitemap. I can set the language over here if I want, and I could set this to specifically English or Italian. I'm going to leave it set to all because I have both the English and Italian menus selected to show on the sitemap. And I could alter my access level if I wished up here, but I really want this sitemap available to everyone, so I'm going to leave that set to public. Go ahead and say Save and Close. And you see that we have the sitemap item added to our footer menu. When I go to the front end of the website and I hit refresh, scroll on down the page here, you'll see that I have a sitemap link that now appears here in the footer. When I click on this is going to show me now all of the content that I have on my website. Notice that it's spelling out all of my blog posts in addition to my menu items. So this is really great. Also notice I'm only seeing my English menu and my footer menu. That's all. That's because I'm on the English part of the website. If I switch over to the Italian side of the website and scroll to the bottom of the page and click on my sitemap, you'll see that I only have the Italian part of the sitemap available to me. Just those 2 links to the Italian pages as well as the footer. So why is the footer showing up in both places? Well, the footer's menu modules as well as the footer links all are set to a language of all. And what that means is it will show up on all of the languages. So it's going to show up in Italian and it will show up on the English side. However, my Italian menu and my English menu, the modules for those are specifically mapped to certain languages, and that's why I only see links for those languages here. So Xmap is a great third-party extension. It's multi-language compatible, and I can go ahead and add a great sitemap to my website. I can see all of the content on one page, making search engines and other website visitors very happy.